Is Manie Libbok the best option at fly-off for the Springboks? Now, I'm finally back in the land of the living. I'm actually in Georgia at the moment visiting my parents. Got off from the Orange River a couple of days ago, which was absolutely phenomenal. But now we're back and it's time to talk some more rugby. A lot has happened since I've been gone. The Springboks beat Argentina convincingly. They won the Rugby Championship. But what I want to speak about today is Manie Libbok and his placement in the Springbok lineup moving forward into these November tests. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button, leave this video a like, and as always, drop your opinions down in the comments. Let's get in to this video. Now, if I'd asked you guys this question a couple of weeks ago after Manie Libbok missed that kick against Argentina and the Springboks ended up losing 28-29, you'd probably say that Manie Libbok doesn't deserve to be in a Springbok jersey. But what he did against Argentina in that second test match was nothing short of spectacular. He got so much criticism in that week for missing that last minute kick. What we have to remember is that Pollard also missed the kick in that game. Manie just happened to miss the most important one when it really matters. But he got a lot of flack sort of during that week, and for a player that's a very difficult thing to take. And then to get all that flack and perform how he did against Argentina in that second test is just so special, and just shows what type of a player Manie Libbok is. He's got a very good mental space, and that's kind of the guys that you want in the Springbok system. Now, there's a lot to speak about with Manie Libbok. Obviously, he didn't have the kicking pressures this week against Argentina. Jaden Hendrickson took that over from him, and then Pollard came on, and Pollard took over the kicking responsibilities. But I think giving Manie Libbok that freedom to sort of play his rugby, not worry about kicking for poles, is what allowed him to play such a great game. All he had to do was focus on how he was going to make space, how he was going to get the ball wide, and obviously we saw those famous cross kicks that he loves to do. Manie Libbok was probably one of the best players on that pitch, probably just behind Pieter-Steph du Toit and Apelele Fassi. Manie Libbok really made a statement and has probably delivered quite a little bit of a selection headache for Rassie Erasmus and the Springbok side moving into this November tour. Now, before we speak about all the Springbok fly-off options, the chickens have come to say hello. As you can see, my parents live on some sort of a farm. Yeah, they're right here by me. Anyways, before we get into the options, I think we need to discuss this kicking responsibility, right? Often and traditionally, the kicking responsibility falls onto a fly-off, and especially in a Springbok team. But Manie Libbok has shown that he can't necessarily kick under pressure when it matters. The problem is that he's such a well-rounded attacking fly-off that fits perfectly into the Tony Brown system. So by Rassie giving Jaden Hendrickson the cone to kick for poles, obviously took that pressure off of him. But now it begs the question, do we pick a fly half who's going to play the best attacking style rugby, who can defend and not worry about the kicking, or do we have to select a fly-off that is able to kick? If you cast your mind back a little bit, you remember Percy Montgomery, who played for the Springboks at number 15. He used to do all the kicking for poles for that Springbok side. So the Springboks have selected fly-offs in the past who don't necessarily have the best kicking percentage off of a tee, but I think we've sort of got into this mold, especially with the Handré Pollard era, of a fly-off needs to be able to kick. He needs to be able to kick under pressure. But it's kind of this thing of Manie Libbok's attacking game is so far above, not so far, but it is above Handré Pollard, that maybe he doesn't need to kick if we have other players on the field. So who are our fly-off options moving into these November games against Scotland, England and Wales? Well, we've obviously got Handré Pollard, we've got Manie Libbok. Sasha, there has come out some news that potentially he's not going to be available for that November tour because he's had to have a surgery on his knee. The Stormers are saying between 12 and 18 weeks recovery time, which will he won't be available for the November test. So we've got Manie, we've got Handré. And then for some more depth, we could probably chuck in Jordan Hendrickson, who played against Wales in June. Had an okay start, but he's been making so much noise in the Currie Cup and now in the URC, just dropping bombs off of the cone. And also, Jordan Hendrickson is also an interesting case because he can play 10, he can play 12, and he can play 15. He played 10 for the Springboks on debut against Wales. He plays 15 for the Sharks and helps Sia Masuku out with some of the kicking responsibilities. We then also have Sia Masuku, who was sort of knocking on the door before the Springbok season. So without Sasha, we've got Pollard, we've got Manie, we've got Jordan Hendrickson, and we've got Sia Masuku. Now, who who are we going to play in that number 10 jersey? If we play Manie, do we need to have a kicker on the field? Does then Jaden Hendrickson need to start? Does Damian Willemse need to start at 15 and kick for poles? Does Jordan Hendrickson start at 15 and then he's given the kicking responsibility? So there's a lot of factors that sort of are going to go into this number 10 jersey moving forward, and especially in the November tour when we travel to the UK. Again, I do think Manie Libbok is our best attacking fly-off at the moment, maybe bar Sasha Feinberg Zulu. But again, the question does beg, is Manie Libbok our best attacking fly-off? And if he is, then he should be starting for the Springboks, and the kicking responsibility should either be put onto him and give him another chance, can be put onto a scrum off, can be put onto Cheslin Kolbe, can be put onto a fullback. But if Manie Libbok is not our best attacking fly-off, if we think Andre Pollard, Sasha Feinberg Zulu, Jordan Hendrickson or Sia Masuku is a better attacking fly-off, then Manie Libbok shouldn't be in the side. Personally, I do think that when Manie Libbok is on song, he is the Springboks' best attacking fly-off. So I do think, especially with Sasha injured for this November tour, I do think Manie Libbok is going to start a couple of games. And then we need cover in that 15 area. So is Damian Willemse back? Does Apelele Fassi get dropped for Jordan Hendrickson? Very unlikely, because Apelele Fassi's been having a phenomenal time in a Springbok jersey. Does Cheslin Kolbe kick? Does Damian Willemse maybe play 12? Does Jordan Hendrickson play 12? But then where do you put Damien Delende? So these kicking issues have caused quite a massive headache for Rassie Erasmus. It's not just about picking a number 10, it's about picking a whole backline around that number 10 who can then fulfill those responsibilities of the kicking duty. So a bit of a shorter video today, but I did think that it was necessary for me to sort of just chat about this, sprinkle some thoughts into your guys' minds, and let me hear what you guys have to say. I'm also back. I'm absolutely revving to go for the final quarter of this year. We've got so many cool things planned that I can't wait to share with you guys. Let me know what you guys think about the whole Manie Libbok situation. Should he be starting? Shouldn't he be starting? Who should be kicking? And everything around there. If you haven't, please move to that subscribe button, leave this video a like, and as always, leave your opinions down in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.